we all walk the same earth, but we're not in the same world. You might have heard that phrase before, or this might be your first time hearing it. You know what I'm saying? And after this video, one of the goals is you'll start to pay attention more to when people are talking about being in a certain world or being a part of a certain lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I want you to think about it like when you're playing a video game, like if you ever played Crash Bandicoot or you ever played Super Mario 64 or any of the Marios and they be going to different worlds. I want you to think about it just like that. You know what I'm saying? And this doesn't involve taking any drugs. Shit, sometimes this don't even involve going too far from your house. You know what I'm saying? And depending, you're already in a world that you may not even be aware of. You know what I'm saying? And you speak certain languages because you're in that world, but hold on, let me not get too ahead of myself. Let me start from how I have it laid out. Disclaimer, this is definitely going to be a longer video. All right, going back to looking at life like a video game. Think of these worlds exactly like you stepped through the portal into a new world, but all you're doing is traveling to certain places. There's worlds and there's worlds within worlds. You know what I'm saying? Like a solar system, then planets, then countries, then cities, then streets, then houses, etc., etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? You can look at it like hip hop is like a solar system. Rap is a planet or a world. You know what I'm saying? Graffiti art, they're their own planet or a world. You know what I'm saying? Fashion is a planet, and then it gets deep. You know what I'm saying? Fashion could be a planet, but it could be a big planet like Jupiter. You know what I'm saying? Or Saturn. Because inside that planet, there's many different like smaller worlds. Because you got high fashion, you got streetwear. You know what I'm saying? You got athletic wear. You know what I'm saying? You got dad fashion, mom fashion. You know what I'm saying? They live in their own little fashion world too, but it just be dad and mom shit. You got bougie shit, you got cheap shit. You know what I'm saying? That's its own little subgenres almost. Like if fashion was a music, those would be like the little subgenres. You know what I'm saying? People who get fly are in the fashion world, no matter which way it is. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that a certain language that they'll just speak and stuff. Again, let me not get too ahead. Hold on. I don't have a lot of notes, so once I get through the notes, I'll go through my own breakdown. And this is on all levels. So no matter how big you are in the fashion world, whether you're Alexander Wang or just some nigga with an Instagram boutique, you're still in the world. You know what I'm saying? You just might be a bigger name in the world than the next person. But whether you're in National Geographic or just outside with your iPhone, you're still in the photographer world. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can coexist in two worlds at once. You can be a high fashion photographer, all while you can be in high fashion and photography in the same time, just by being a high fashion photographer. You know what I'm saying? You're in the photographer world and you're in the high fashion world. When you're in the high fashion world, you're also in the model world. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're just existing in all these different worlds at once because you're probably going to know models, you're probably going to know fashion designers, you're probably going to know other photographers. You know what I'm saying? Again, it doesn't matter what level you're on, whether you're an amateur or a celeb, and I'm just about to list off a whole bunch of other worlds off the top of my head and what I have written down. You know what I'm saying? There's a car world. There's a fitness world. There's an athlete world. And in those two people will coexist in both of those worlds. And the athlete world, I don't know which one will be bigger. I'd have to think about that for a second, so let me just keep going. There's a church world, just nothing but church niggas. There's a sports world, you know what I'm saying? A foodie world of niggas who love food. There's a makeup world. There's a fighting world of people who are amateur street fighters, whatever it may be, just niggas who love to fight. There's a fighting world, you know what I'm saying? Each world, this is what I was getting to too fast earlier. Each world has its own language. Sometimes it has a dress code. Sometimes cars, restaurants, internet groups, all of that are signs that you're a part of this world or are joining or you're already a part of because you know you're in that world. You already have friends in each of these worlds. So the cool thing is all you have to do is link with them after you gain the understanding of this video to travel to these different worlds and see what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay? And that's pretty much all my notes. So now we go off the dome. Starting back with hip hop. All right? There's 5 elements to hip hop. So yeah, hip hop will be that solar system, and then 5 elements would be like the revolving thing in the solar system, those planets or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When you're in the hip hop world, whether you be a fan, whether you be a MC, a DJ, a graffiti artist, whatever it might be, you speak a certain language. You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? You know what bars are. You know what a metaphor is. You know, even deeper, you depending on your hip hop knowledge, like if you are more East Coast, New York, you even get certain references. You know what I'm saying? You might like if somebody makes a joke referencing a bar, like is it Uchi Wally Wally or is it One Mic? You that might mean something to you as the hip hop person in the hip hop world that it wouldn't mean. Like, that would just might be like, what the fuck are you talking about to the person who's not in the hip-hop world? You know what I'm saying? So, that's an example of we're still speaking English, but but at the same time, we're speaking a different language. We're speaking the language of hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're in the sneaker world, which is in the hip-hop solar system, if you're in the sneaker world, you could speak in Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got the Jordan 7 Bordeaux. I got the Jordan 7 Cardinals. I got the infrared 6s. I got the OGs. I got the DMP pack, the original DMP pack. Oh, I got the third remake of the Fire Red 3s. All of this is what you're saying is like tying the shoes back to a certain year, to a certain price point, to a certain date, just by that verbiage. You know what I'm saying? Dead stock. Worn but still new, like new, beater box, clean soles. I forgot that shit we used to say when you got like the foams and the Concords and shit, and you want to like get the soles to be white again. I forgot what that is. Damn, I ain't been in the sneaker world in a minute, but I used to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? There's a hat world of niggas who just collect hats and shit. You know, snapbacks, fitteds. Just certain language that they speak, strapbacks, dad hats, all that, you know. So when you're in the car world, right, there's a whole world of niggas who live like the Fast and the Furious in real life, like the movie. You know what I'm saying? They really race for their cars, they really race and bet their houses and bet thousands of dollars and go to like the track and race. They really do drag race on the street, and they speak their own language, and they speak, remember, they're still speaking English, but they're speaking the car language. They're talking about their downpipes. They're talking about which intake they have. You know what I'm saying? And then, remember, you could be in the car world, but then you could be in the Honda world. And sometimes you enter these worlds just by doing something accidentally. So if you just purchase a Honda, right? You in the Honda world now. Why you think you start seeing so many Hondas on the road? Whether it be a nice Honda, an old Honda, whatever it might be. Why you think you just start seeing those all the time? Because you in the Honda world. You in the Honda you in the Honda dimension or whatever. Start looking at it like that. You know, you could be in the world of the specific car that you have. So let's say, like me, I'm a 370Z owner, you know, speaking into existence. I would be in the Nissan world, and then I would be in the Z world. And it's like, remember, I'm in the car world, I'm in the Nissan world, then I'm in the Z world. You know what I'm saying? Just worlds in a world in a world. And when you're in that world, people will see you and recognize you as like a fellow citizen. You know what I'm saying? Based on the symbols or whatever. So if you wear a certain sneakers with a certain outfit, niggas from this who are also in the sneaker world gonna see you and be like, ooh, that nigga got that shit on right there, son. They might even come up to you and be like, yo, where you got those? How much you pay for those? You got those at such and such? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you shop at this boutique? You shop at that boutique? You know what I'm saying? You might have a little interaction right there. if you in the car world, let's just say you got some money, right? And you like, fuck it, I'm about to go buy a nice car. You don't even know shit about cars, whether you're a man or a woman, it don't matter. You just go out there and you buy, I don't think niggas gonna buy like a Z or nothing. You buy like a Hellcat, a Camaro or something. Next thing you know, you just start seeing these on the road everywhere. You like, damn, I ain't know this many niggas had Hellcats. You ain't driving no new route. Hold up. Oh, that light is lighting. You ain't driving no new route or nothing. You taking the same route and everything. You just start seeing these more and more. And you'll notice that people will even start coming up to you and start talking to you about your car and stuff. Because now they found somebody who was in their world. You know what I'm saying? And shit, we could go all day with this. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole world, like, all right, worlds start to get real specific. So back to hip hop, because hip hop is an easy example. There's the hip hop solar system. There's the 5 major players. And then it starts to get real, like, specific. It's like a whole world full of DJ niggas. You know what I'm saying? DJ niggas, mixing niggas, producer niggas, just a whole world of them niggas. Sometimes it's just a whole world of producer niggas, a whole world of mixing niggas. And all they talk about is mixing and mastering, and they speak that language, and they talk about certain software. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole world of photographer niggas, but then there's a whole world of Canon only shooters. Then there's a whole world of niggas who only shoot on one specific model, use one specific lens. You know what I'm saying? It starts to get more and more specific. So how do you travel to this world? You travel to this world and you start to learn the language with the help of a friend, or with making a purchase, or by going to a certain place. If you have a friend who be into cars, have them take you to a car meet or something. Have them take you around their other car buddies. Listen to the way they talk and stuff when they start talking about the cars. You know, have them bring you into the car world. You know what I'm saying? If you have a friend that's heavy into the gym and stuff, they can bring you to the gym world. A whole world full of gym niggas that just talk about protein powder and shit like that. And just talk about how many sets they did and what's the best compound workout versus hit and all that other stuff. Just a whole world full of fitness and gym niggas. You know what I'm saying? If you like, okay. And a lot of times I feel like this is how we connect with people outside of, like, you know, your background. This is the way that we find common ground when we realize that we're from the same world. So sports, for example, I got on this Lakers hat. I am from the Lakers world. I'm a part of the Lakers planet, however you want to look at it. You know, or I would kind of look at it like when you start to get down to teams, look at it like a country, Lakers country. I'm a part of Lakers country. I speak the Laker language. I know about James Worthy and Kareem and them niggas. I know about George Micah and them niggas. I know about the logo. I know about Kobe and Shaq. I know about niggas like Eddie Jones that niggas done forgot, because I'm part of Lakers country. You know what I'm saying? I can go somewhere that's like a Lakers bar in California and I could fit right in. You know what I'm saying? I could speak their language. You know what I'm saying? I could make certain references that lets me know that I'm an advanced person in Lakers country. You know what I'm saying? And I could just fit right in. And regardless of our race, regardless of our background, regardless of our views politically or whatever, we just fit right in with each other. We could easily bond. You know what I'm saying? And that happens all the time. When I wear my Yankees apparel out, I'm not even that heavy of a Yankees fan. I just, you know, that all blue Yankee is my graduated cap. Oh, you know, you know, I just was born in New York and been wearing Yankee shit, and I just like the Yankees because they win, and all I do is win. So, you know, Yankees fan for the most part. But when I wear my Yankee shit, niggas be coming up to me. Niggas be like, one time a nigga got out of the way for me in the store because he was like, oh, you're another Yankees fan. He was like, you real. And then he just got out of my way. Like, I was like pushing my cart, and he just got out the way. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, bless you, like, you a Yankees fan. All the time people come up to me and be like, oh, what's up? You know what I'm saying? They think they met another person from Yankees country and they're ready to have that bonding moment. You know what I'm saying? They want to talk the Yankee language. They want to get in that bag real quick. It's just unfortunate that I'm just not that adept like I am in the Lakers world. So if you're watching this and you're like, nigga, I don't know nothing about cars, I don't know nothing about no sports or whatever, that's cool. You got to apply that to what you know about. You got to apply that to makeup. You got to apply that to dancing, to stripping, to gambling, to whatever it is. If you got FanDuel, you in the gambling world. You in the FanDuel world. You know what I'm saying? You speak the parlay language, over and unders. You know what I'm saying? Plus 100, negative 1,000. You speak that shit. All right? And if you want to go from world to world, now you know you just need to take a little trip. You might, if you want to go to a whole new world, you might just want to go to a different club, go to a different restaurant. You know what I'm saying? You want to go into the vegan world, just go to a vegan restaurant. Pop up at Trader Joe's, you'll be in the vegan world. You want to go to the car world, I already told you. You want to go to the fashion world, you know what I'm saying? Just put on some Supreme and shit real fast. You'll start to see the other niggas from the fashion world, you know what I'm saying? You could just test this out, you know what I'm saying, as a scientist. This is some scientist shit. You could just test this out, traveling to different worlds, finding people from different worlds. You'll be surprised. You might not even be into clothes and shit. Just buy a Supreme shirt off StockX, wear it outside. As a scientist, just see what happens. Just put yourself in the fashion world for one day. Just see what happens. Just experience it. Just speak the fashion language. You know what I'm saying? Start to identify that you'll still be speaking English, but you're still speaking like a whole nother language. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to do a part 2 on this video. I'm going to reassess the information that I gave in this one, and I'm going to double down on some things. But yeah, this is just a quick intro on how you travel to different worlds. Start thinking about the world that you're in. You know what I'm saying? Start thinking about phrases like, oh, his mind is just in a different world. Oh, they're just from a different planet. Oh, we don't, just start thinking of those phrases more common. You know what I'm saying? This is why sometimes we can't understand each other, because we're not from the same world. See, me, I be feeling like a traveling person, because I'm in mad worlds. I'm in the Lakers world, the 2K world, the fashion world a little bit. As far as streetwear, I'm in the car world a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a part of the athlete world when I played sports. So it's like I speak the language, I can understand. It's like if I went to Spain, France, and Zimbabwe or something. Even though those places, some of them are close, some of them are far, I would still be holding my own. You can kind of look at it like that. Again, even though we speak in English, but when we start talking about Jordans and shit, if you ain't adept in knowing about the Jordans, then it's like we speak in Spanglish, or we speaking in, it's like we're gonna be speaking gibberish to you when we start getting specific. You know, if you don't know nothing about the crystals and stuff, you might just see this and be like, yo, what the fuck is that? And you might be saying the same thing because the camera's fucking it up. But you might just see this and be like, what the fuck is that? And another person might see this and be like, oh, it's selenite. Another person might see that and be like, oh, I know what that is. That's selenite. He's just trying to protect his energy right now. I see what he's doing. So someone else just gonna be like, what the fuck is that you just put out your pocket, my nigga? And why you got it in your pocket? You know, because some niggas ain't in that crystal world. You know, some niggas ain't in the herb world. Some niggas ain't in the weed world. So they don't know what a QP is. If you've ever worked certain types of jobs, you know, whether it be retail, that's a whole world in itself. Then if you like worked at Best Buy or worked at Target, worked at AT&T, that's a whole world in itself. Just niggas who work at AT&T, and they be going from one AT&T to another, but never really stepping outside of their world. You know what I'm saying? And just something for you to think about, something for you to experiment with, try. You know what I'm saying? You might have never wore makeup before. Try it out. Enter the makeup world. You might have never driven a nice car or something like that, and you got the money to, like, why not? Just try it out. Even if you lease it for 12 months. Enter the nice car world. You know what I'm saying? Just try this out. This is some scientist shit. Now that you kind of begin to gain an understanding, and then I'm definitely going to make another video on this going more in depth like I do everything else. So hope you like this video. Hope it paints a picture. Hope you start traveling from world to world. You know, comment down below what world you're in. You know what I'm saying? Maybe niggas could take a trip to your world, wherever that might be, or whatever, wherever or whatever that might be. You know what I'm saying? So, hope you enjoyed this video. Peace.